Welcome, chemistry students. Thank you for tuning into this podcast on the learning targets for the chapter on matter. Laboratory work is an important part of chemistry, and careful observations are key to recognizing patterns. Patterns, of course, help us explain matter and its interactions. You may remember learning about physical and chemical properties in a recent general science or biology class. In this chapter, you will see several examples of both types of properties. You will also learn that changes in physical properties can be used to verify that chemical change has taken place. You will learn to differentiate between physical and chemical changes. As a heads up, chemical changes can be more dramatic and exciting than physical changes, but not always. Oh, and things aren't always simple in chemistry either. Some changes are both chemical and physical. Learning targets 4 and 5 are quite specific to one method of separation for mixtures. This method, chromatography, may not be as familiar as filtration, flotation, distillation, or crystallization. You will actually be learning about several methods of separation, but I put in the learning targets for chromatography because it's probably new to you. Keep in mind that there are several types of chromatography as well. Characteristic properties can be physical properties and/or chemical properties. Knowing how to test for characteristic properties will help you as you learn to distinguish the two types. They'll also help you as you learn to distinguish types of matter. Well, now we get to the reasons for knowing about the previous concepts. Chemists love to know all they can about the different classes of matter, elements, compounds, and mixtures. And they love to know about how all of these types of substances interact. As you travel through your first year of learning chemistry, you will be on a journey to investigate matter in many and varied ways. Remember that general science course I just mentioned? You're probably quite familiar with all sorts of chemical symbols and formulas, but you're about to learn a whole lot more of them. You may be reading this learning target and thinking that there really isn't much difference between a theory and a law. Oh my, that just isn't so. In science, the use of the terms theory and law is done very specifically. A scientist's definition of these terms is not the same as the definitions we use in everyday conversation. As you work on this chapter, make sure to develop a clear understanding of the scientific uses of these terms. Finally, here are some general targets that will serve us well throughout the year. In this case, there are some targets related to laboratory work since you are in the process of gaining experience in the lab. You're also a member of a team and have the responsibility of helping others learn in addition to learning yourself. Good luck on this unit, and remember, change. It's everywhere you go.